tune in today as we learn about ICATS and what public transportation in Statesville and Iredell County can do for you.
Welcome to Front and Center, the podcast that pulls back the curtain on government operations, offering you an exclusive glimpse into the inner workings of the city of Statesville.
Welcome back to Front and Center. We're excited to be here today. Nikayla, welcome.
Welcome, thank you.
Another great episode of Front and Center, but today we have a special guest.
Yes.
And her name is Brianna Leahy, and she is from Iredell County, and she is going to introduce herself because she runs ICATS, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Don't tell Brad that, but essentially I am the ICATS transit planner. So really anything to do with public relations, community engagement, events, everything marketing. So the face behind that would be me.
Oh, it's good to see that.
Yes, it's finally up and running. We're just kind of restarting fresh on our social media front. So yeah, that's pretty much my gist.
It sounds like you have your hands full.
Yeah.
I do, yeah.
You have a lot going on.
We are definitely trying to increase ridership. I think it's a miss and underused service, definitely in Iredell County. So anything that we can do to provide for more people, we're trying.
Right. Well, that's awesome. So what is ICATS? You gave us some information, but who do you serve?
Yeah, so ICATS serves everyone in Iredell County, anyone in need of transportation, even if we always say it's better to go on and sign up with us and fill out the rider application, even if you don't need us, because we can most of the time get you a ride. We'll call, like if your car breaks down and you're on the side of the road, but you already filled out your application, we can go ahead and come and pick you up as a will call that same day, which I feel like, you know, a lot of people don't realize that that's even a service that we can do.
I had no idea.
Me neither.
Yeah, so it's really just any sort of transportation. I think we kind of have the misconception that it's when you get a little bit older and you're no longer able to drive and you got to go to the doctor's office. But honestly, the majority of the people that we transport are workers. And we also go all the way to Charlotte. So a ton of people. Our most used service is our expressway ride, which there's a stop in Statesville, Troutman, and Mooresville. And then we go all the way to Charlotte.
Wow.
Yeah.
So we don't have to drive to work?
No. And it's $3 to get on that ride. And we take the express lane.
Oh, wow.
So people are like, it's a no-brainer. That's more than I'd pay in the tolls to do it myself every single day. So, yeah.
I had no idea. That's amazing.
Absolutely.
So you touched on a little bit of your services with ICATS. You said if I need to go to the doctor, if my car breaks down, what else do you guys offer? You said transportation to Charlotte, but who else are you providing services for?
Yeah, so we serve pretty much, like I said, everyone in Iredell County. There are certain routes that we run all day, every day, and those are our Statesville Bloom, which is a lap. You can look it up on our website. Yes. We have the whole brochure and like our stops and what times at those are at those locations. We also have a Mooresville, Maine, which does the same thing. It runs all day long. On Tuesdays specifically, we go to the VA in Salisbury. So we can either pick you up at your house or we pick up at Daylight Donuts in Statesville.
So grab a donut and
it's a free donut and a cup of coffee for those
veterans. Oh, that's amazing. Okay.
That's on Tuesdays. So absolutely. And then we also do the express that I was talking about, but we also provide that on-demand service as well. So if you call us and you let us know that you have a doctor's appointment in 3 days and you know what time that is, you can go ahead and call us. We'll set that appointment up. A lot of times the window will probably be about an hour and a half to maybe 2 hours before your appointment because it is not just a one way, like we're not going to just pick you up solely. There could be two other people in that general area who are going to somewhere in the same area as you are that will pick up at the same time and then make sure that you can get to your appointment on time.
That's awesome.
So definitely getting those appointments in ahead of time helps you guys do all your planning and get your routes down pat, you know.
Yeah, so we like to have at least 24 hours notice, but we do have will calls. Some people, you know, like the car instances, you can't predict those things to happen. So if you give us a call, we will do our best to fit you in as soon as possible.
That's good.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's good.
Absolutely.
So ICATS is a ride-sharing system. Can you explain how that works?
Yeah, so kind of like what I was just talking about, we give you a pickup window. So you call us, you let us know that we have like a doctor's appointment that you need to go to, or you need to go to nutrition, something like that, or even if you just want to go to the grocery store, honestly. You call us, you let us know what day and time you'd like to go, and then we give you that time window, and you just need to be ready like at the earliest point that we tell you to, because we can show up at any point during that time.
Okay, good.
But how the rideshare works is sometimes there will already be someone on there. You could be the first stop, just depends on what time of day it is. So we'll pick you up, and then if we have 2 other people who are in the same area, we'll go ahead and pick them up, and then we'll get you to your destination. It will all depend on, we've got a whole system that kind of schedules it out for us. So if your doctor's appointment is the first location, you'll get dropped off, and then they'll go ahead and drop off the other 2 people after you. So it just kind of depends on where your location is. But
That's good.
All right, so we talked about scheduling a trip. Do you go online to do that?
So you can do, we do the rideicats.com for the application. So before you ride with us, you definitely want to go on and fill that out. There should be 2 or 3 different applications that you need to fill out.
Okay.
The rider application is really just someone who's using it willy-nilly for no matter what reason. You're going to go to your brother's house or the grocery store. You got to go pick up your prescription every now and then. We do have a workers application as well. So that's if you're going to use our transportation solely for work, because sometimes your work will help kind of like chip in, especially if you don't have a car.
Right.
And then the other one is, I believe, our like ADA application.
Okay.
So if you're disabled, a lot of times Medicaid steps in and pays for those trips entirely.
Oh, wow.
So it's just something that we need to know ahead of time, so we know where your funds are going to go and how you need to pay for your trip.
Let's go back a second. You said $3 to go to Mecklenburg County. Is that the same in Statesville? If I call you and I need to go to the doctor round trip, what is it going to cost me?
It's going to cost you $1 to board both ways, so it'll be $2 all the way around.
Wow.
Okay,
You can't beat that.
Gotcha. I just wanted to make sure we had that clear. I was a little confused about that. But $3 to go to...
It's $3 for our express route, and that's just because of where we're going.
Absolutely.
We're taking out of county.
That's a lot of gas.
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
gas,
we know the
it's
gas
mileage,
prices.
Yeah, so but it's still not a one-way stop. We do stop in Statesville, Troutman, and Mooresville, and then we go all the way to Charlotte. But other than those 3 stops, that's just getting you there.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yes.
So you talked about you have to be there at the earliest time of pickup.
Right.
And there's a 5-minute rule.
There is.
So why is that important so the route can run smoothly?
Yeah, it's just making sure that our drivers are staying efficient and within the scheduled time. Like for those people who do have a doctor's appointment, it's just kind of giving them that courtesy to ensure that you're not going to be late for their appointments.
Okay.
So just making sure that everyone gets where they need to be in a timely manner.
Okay. Great.
So just to confirm, if I go to Walmart and I have 10 bags, your driver's not going to jump out of the vehicle, come find me, and get me in the van?
Unfortunately, no. So we wish that we could. And honestly, sometimes, like if there are circumstances and that's like the only time you're going to go to the grocery store, a lot of times we will like lend that helping hand. But we just don't have the time. Like if every single person was to go to the grocery store and get 25 bags and it's up their arms.
Have to go hunt people down.
Yeah.
You guys don't get out and go hunt people down. If you miss your route, you miss your...
Yeah, unfortunately, because we are trying to make sure that everyone gets where they need to go. Yeah, that's why...
You have to. I mean, you got these timelines. Yeah. It's tough. I mean...
We blow the horn, we give you a courtesy call, and if you're not outside within the 5 minutes, then we do pull out.
Okay. That's understandable. And that 5 minutes, I mean, honestly, she should be there waiting. So.
Yeah, that's a long...
And that's like at the 5 minute, within that window that you've already been provided with an automated call the night before.
Okay. So they let you know, hey, we're almost here. I got you. Perfect.
Yeah. So we give you 2 automated phone calls. So one is the night before, reminding you of your appointment and that window that you need to be prepared for. And then day of, when we're on our way, it also gives you a time frame and a window of when we're expecting to be pulling up.
Okay.
That's good.
So,
That's really good. I had no clue. I just thought you had to sit there
and wait.
Like if you're at
the
pharmacy or something.
Yeah, no, we try and be as thorough as possible.
Check out and be ready.
Right. Gotcha. You have got an hour to be out of the store.
Yes, that's exactly right. All right.
Yes.
So let's talk a little bit about cancellations. What is the process if someone can't make their scheduled trip? I know you touched on it, but just give me a little bit of...
We know that life happens, and sometimes, like, your daughter may be able to help out and you didn't realize, and you used us kind of as a buffer, and you were just trying to be sure that you're going to be able to get to your appointment on time. As long as you call us, we like to have that 24-hour window so that we can reschedule someone else in your place if possible.
Okay.
But like I said, we understand life happens. So if you can't do that, just giving us the call ahead of time so that we are aware, so that we don't pull in your driveway and you're like, hey, I'm not going.
Right.
I'm like, oh, okay. We didn't know that.
What happens if I do that 2 or 3 times?
Right.
So we have a 3 no-show policy. So that's what we call them, is no-shows. If you get 3 of those, you do get a 30-day suspension.
Okay.
You can pay one of those off, though. So if you pay $5, then that takes away one of your no-shows, and then you're able to ride again.
But we want you guys to be as efficient as possible.
Right.
And that's what this is all about, is efficiency for your drivers and for your planning. So, I mean, it's good for the residents and everyone to let you know ahead of time.
Absolutely. Yeah. It holds them a little accountable. For sure.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. Because we are, like I said, it's a $1 fare. So a lot of times, like, someone else could definitely utilize from using that spot.
And you want to help as many people as possible.
Definitely.
We know you guys do, so yes.
For sure.
So ICATS, you guys have the mission to provide a safe, on-time, and reliable transportation.
Yes.
How do you live that out day to day?
So I have to give a lot of praise to our dispatchers and our drivers, because they are amazing. And we have... in our system, it flags if any of our drivers are running behind. And I don't want to say that we are like, get it together, but sometimes there are circumstances like an accident or traffic or something like that. But we do have daily reports that our drivers kind of have to keep up with. And it's all for their own like sake of making sure that their people need to where they need to get to go. On top of it, just makes their day run smoother as well. So it kind of holds us accountable and reliable in terms of getting people on to places on time, and being reliable, because the more you get to where you need to go, like
the better.
The better. And you know, like, you're no longer like, oh, like I was late last time, do I need to worry about being late to my doctor's appointment this time and like potentially missing it? So by holding that standard and running those reports every day, it makes sure and ensures that we're on time and reliable for people.
Awesome.
So part of your vision says being top of mind for residents when it comes to transportation. How do you feel about that? How do you move forward with this goal? That's big.
I would love to be like that. You know, that's why we have it set as a goal. We had a meeting with Lake Norman Hospital a couple of months ago, and they were talking about how they're spending hundreds and hundreds of dollars on Ubering patients home.
Wow.
And I'm like, we're right here. Like, we would do it from door to door for $1 both ways. And sometimes, if they're a patient, they're just going home. We're not even worried about the comeback, because that's like on us. So when I say top of mind, especially, it's not just for the residents, but it's also for people and companies around here that can utilize us.
Yes.
So we aren't bending backwards and spending more money than we need to on Ubers and things like that.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good. Trying to help everybody out.
Yeah,
I love
absolutely.
it. So what is something that people don't really realize about transportation in Iredell County? I know you probably got a lot of...
Yes.
Because you guys, I just want to say, you guys are the only public transportation in Iredell County, and you guys are amazing, and we just want to lift you up, because I mean, you guys are amazing. So yeah, I just want to make sure people know that you guys are the ones, and
we exist. We are here, and we're happy to help. It definitely is a little bit what I said earlier, where we have this misconception of it's only for seniors.
Right.
I mean, we go to Mitchell Community College, and we take kids from school, and like I said, our main purpose right now is work commuters, and we also do a lot of stuff with Special Olympics and making sure that those kids get where they need to go and are in programs that they can be involved in. So really just kind of broadening the thought of what transportation is used for, I think is a great thing to get out there as much as possible for us, because it doesn't have to be that you're older and you need to use us, which that's also what we're here for, because you can go through Council on Aging as well and use us as a service.
Okay.
And a lot of times your fee will be covered with Council on Aging as well.
Wow.
So I do recommend, if you're going to go through Council on Aging, though, to call them directly, because they have access to our portal, so they can schedule those rides themselves if you call Council on Aging.
And that helps a lot of our older population, because they don't use computers and they don't use the cell phone.
Yep. Absolutely.
Do you have an app? Do you guys have an app?
Yeah,
Okay.
so I brought a little brochure today, but it's called the Ecolane Mobility App.
Okay.
And as long as you are in our system, so the first time that you use us, like I said, you have to go fill out that application, and then you call our dispatchers, and they can make sure that you're completely put in our system with your name, phone number,
Because we would never forget
address.
to put something on there.
Oh, yeah.
We would never skip a section or forget something.
Right, yeah. So it's just ensuring.
It's easy to do.
100%. When I did it myself the first time, Brad was like, "Did you put your last name in there?" And I was like,
wow.
"Oh, no." I'm like, "But does that mean I can make it whatever I want it to be?"
Right.
So, just it ensures when you call our dispatch that everything is in place for you, so that you're able to go and download the app, and you can actually track us. So this is the best way if you are able and would like to use your phone on the app. You can actually see exactly where we are, and you can follow us. So it
that's
gives
pretty
you
cool.
a more pinpoint location than like that automated call does for
that's good.
the time frame that we'll be there.
Kind of like Here Comes the Bus.
Exactly.
Yeah, I love that. Hey, we depend on that thing. Kids are running that school bus.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah.
miss that.
I can't tell you how many times I was late for my school bus. And my mom was like, "I'm gonna
run down
rip
the
your
street
head off."
and-
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, this
Those were
has
the
been very
days.
eye-opening. I learned a lot about ICATS today. I really have. And just to know that it's there for people working, not just the older folks, our Special Olympics folks, senior citizens, everybody. Anybody that needs a ride,
They can get a ride.
We also go to the nutrition center and dialysis. So those are set rides. And dialysis is one of our other really big things. Every week, they don't have to worry about if they're going to be able to make it, because that's a really important
that's
thing.
important.
So, absolutely.
It's been very eye-opening. We will definitely put your information out on our website as well. But if folks want to find you, where do they go?
So it is easy. It is rideicats.com. And then the phone number is 704-873-9393.
And if I go to sign up and I have questions, I call that number, and the dispatchers will help me make sure everything is put in the system correctly. And if I need a ride, I can use the app, I can use the website.
Yeah, or you can call our
Or I
dispatchers,
can call the dispatcher.
as well.
Awesome.
We make it pretty easy.
Yeah, we have 3 amazing dispatchers.
Oh, wow, that's good.
So they're great, and they're
I have
happy to
met
help.
some of your drivers, and they are amazing.
Yeah.
I love some
Yeah.
some of the drivers I've met. They're just awesome people.
Yeah. I'll be honest, they love what they do.
They
and
do.
It's
They
so
do.
nice.
You can tell too when they're in the communities, like they know their clients.
Yeah.
So.
That's why we have to give out Christmas cards every year,
Yeah.
because their riders, there is one of our drivers specifically who does our express. She has to ask her riders for permission to go on vacation.
Oh, goodness, I love
they're
that.
I understand.
like, "You're
I
not
love
going to be
that.
here this week, and you have a replacement. Did you ask us first?"
Wow.
I'm like, "Oh, no,
That is amazing.
Exactly.
That's what you want.
For
But
sure.
I love it.
Yeah.
Building that rapport. And so,
Definitely.
That
I love
matters.
it.
Yeah.
And not just for Statesville, it's for all of Iredell County, Mooresville, all of our towns in Iredell County. Love it.
Yeah.
That is amazing.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you so much for being with
Yeah.
us today.
Thank you
We're
for
going to
having
be promoting ICATS.
Yeah.
Please
and
do.
We love it. We want people to know more about our public transportation system. So,
Absolutely.
again, one more time. What's that phone number and
Yes.
the website?
It is 704-873-9393 and rideicats.com.
That's it.
Thank you so much. It was wonderful
you.
meeting you.
Yeah, I'm happy to be here.
We might have you back again.
Absolutely.
I would
You never know
appreciate
whenever you guys are going to broaden your horizons and
We
start new
definitely
stuff.
are.
and-
We have a lot of new things going on, so we're very excited. We're hoping to have a new facility, and we are expanding the Statesville Bloom.
Nice.
So-
That's amazing.
Yes, it's going to go from 20-ish stops to about 50.
Oh, wow.
So-
We will definitely have to
Big
have you back to
expansion.
talk about all that.
Yeah,
Definitely.
absolutely.
Definitely.
Thanks again for tuning in, and we will see you next time.
Tune in to the next episode as we share our dedication to transparency, public service, and governance, shining a spotlight on our commitment to keeping you well informed about all things City of Statesville.